downtown, someone said that you're coming by. Let me know when you're here, meet me up for a smoke outside. I regret what I said, didn't mean it. Yeah, believe me, I guess I'll take it back. There's a party downtown.
Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Also welcome if you are new. So today's video is jam-packed with cleaning motivation. In today's Clean With Me, we are working inside, we are working outside. The biggest thing I needed to get done was the minivan. We actually haven't really cleaned it out since we moved down here, and we've been here, what, 7 months now, 8 months now? I can't even keep track anymore. But I hadn't done it because we've been loading so much wood and sand and just everything with this remodeling process that I didn't see a point in cleaning the van for it to get dirty immediately. But we are past the extreme craziness of this remodel, so I decided it was definitely time to tackle that.
There's a party downtown, we are drunk and the music's loud.
So if you follow me on Instagram, the other day I shared a little bit more about my mom's coffee shop, and I was getting a ton of questions to learn more about her shop. If you guys don't know, my parents live down here, as well as my aunt and uncle, and my mom actually owns Sweet Marley's in Daytona Beach. So she has owned that coffee, well, she started the coffee shop. It's not even like she bought it. She started Sweet Marley's back in 2010. That's easy for me to remember because she literally opened the doors just a few months after Bobby and I got married. So I always remember 2010 fall time is when she opened it. And it is the cutest little shop. It's funny because I remember when she first opened, and when I'd come down here to visit and stuff, I'd help out because it was just her and like really no employees trying to build this from the ground up. And now she's got multiple baristas and bakers and everything. So if you guys are ever in the Daytona Beach area, check out Sweet Marley's. It is, now I'm biased, but like the best coffee in all of Daytona. It's actually, I had people ask me where I got a lot of the stuff for the coffee bar, like this syrups and things like that. And I just went to my mom. She got me the espresso for the coffee, and all the flavorings and everything. She kind of hooked me up when it came to our coffee bar.
Don't need anything from you. You made me someone I'm not. You made me realize what I got. Don't want your sympathy, your eyes so full of tears. I got my friends who got my back, so don't pretend you're all I have. You can't come crawling back here no more. First you love me, then leave me, then say you're lost without me.
If you're curious what I'm using to clean out the stove and the sink, I'm actually just using Barkeeper's Friend. I love any of those cream cleansers. I often go back to Barkeeper's Friend just because it's been something that I've used for years, and I do love the way it works. Barkeeper's Friend and a Scrub Daddy, but I do really like Power Paste. I've tried the pink stuff. They all work very similar. I think it is very much so personal preference of what you like. So I use a little bit of everything. And then for my counters, my multi-purpose cleaner, this is just Thieves Cleaner. You guys hear me talk about Thieves Cleaner all the time, but I absolutely love using this. It is a little bit pricier. I get mine from Young Living, but I've heard you can get it right off of Amazon. The bottle can be pricey, but you only use a cap full of the solution in an entire spray bottle. So it seems expensive, but the amount of cleaning solution you get out of it is insane. But moving on to the dining room, Xander had a social study fair project to do, so I was just cleaning that up. He did end up getting third place at his school for his social study fair project. He was super excited. If you don't know, Xander is my oldest son, and he's my little brainiac. Bobby and I always joke around, like, where did he get all of his brains from? Because he's always been very advanced in school and very motivated. So when they say that every kid is different, they were not lying, because from Xander to Bjorn to Freya, they all are so different. But he did end up getting third. Just the other week, he got first place in the spelling bee in his school, which he was very proud of. So the kids are doing fantastic at their new school. They are both really enjoying it. We had a couple little hiccups in the beginning with Bjorn, but I think it's all just a learning curve and getting used to it. It's so much more difficult for kids when they have a big move like this, but I feel like for the most part, they have all been handling it so well. Into this family room. Okay, so I want to point this out because right now, like, the family room that I'm showing is not that bad. Usually, this is so much worse because there are toys everywhere. As you can see, Freya was just kind of chilling on this day. Normally, she is a tornado and has stuff absolutely everywhere. But she's been teething, I'm pretty sure. She's either teething or going through a growth spurt. She's been super snuggly and just wanting to relax, as well as booger nose, which normally makes me think teething. So on this day, it really was not that bad in there at all. So I just finished that up, and then I turned on the Roomba. These robot vacuums, honestly, like, they are lifesavers. They really are, because I can get so much more done if I don't have to worry about vacuuming and mopping every single day. All right, so we've been working on a project. Now, it's not completely done. You can see I gotta touch up trim and stuff, but we are in our bathroom, and we finally got this little nook done. So the laundry basket's down there, and then we have some shelves going up. But now I need to organize stuff into here, clean up all of this crazy mess and everything. So I'm gonna get started on that. We have boxes out here. This is a bunch of soaps and stuff that we got when we got our water softener. So I'm gonna put this stuff in there and just try and get everything organized and less stuff in our vanity, because right now this is overflowing with stuff that does not need to be in there.
Fire, you feel my fire. Let's keep this fire alive. Let's keep this fire alive. You start me up like no one has ever could. You feel my fire. What are the odds we end up loving it? Spending every minute together. I found it quite odd, quite lovely. You start me up like no one has ever could. You feel my fire, fire. Let's keep this fire alive. Fire, let's keep this fire alive. Fire, fire. Fire, fire.
This closet has been so nice. I'm obviously still learning. I always do like a rough organization in the beginning when we have something new, because you never know until you actually start using the space exactly how organizing it will work best. But super glad to have this up. I still have to do the touch-ups. I know I showed that there's like painting touch-ups I have to do, and I still need to do that, but we got distracted and started working on our closet, and I haven't gotten back to it, but I need to do that because it does not look great, but I am loving all the extra storage now with having that little linen area in our bathroom. So I am also hoping we will get our new bay window soon. I got a message just the other day saying that the window, they put a rush order on it. Like the first time we ordered the windows, it was months. But they ordered our bay window wrong, the wrong dimensions. So it looks like they put a rush order on it and they should be getting the windows this week. So I'm really, really hoping we get our new bay window next week. Which just kind of a waiting game at this point. And honestly, the thing that's bugging me the most is I can't take any of the stickers off the windows until the inspector comes out, and the inspector won't come out until all the windows are in. So I've been living with like these giant ugly stickers on the windows, and I can't do anything about it. Here you can see I'm just organizing back out under my sink. It's, like I said, a lot of trial and error. I was moving stuff all around, trying to play with it. It's just kind of the only way to make it work is to play with it and figure out what works for you, because sometimes the most aesthetically pleasing thing isn't practical. And sometimes you just can't figure it out all at once. That's usually my issue, is it's not that... I don't know. You have to live in a space. I say this all the time, and it really is one of those things of needing to live with it, and it may take you organizing a place 2, 3, 4 times to really figure out what works best for you and your family, because that's the other thing. Like, what works for me really may not work for the next person. So I just kind of go about it a little bit every single day. I will say, though, with us doing the closet, I have really, really, really thought this out. So I do think our closet should work really well for us. And I have lived in it for a while because there was somewhat a closet system in our closet. We're just adding to it. The other thing we're doing is Bobby he tapped into the AC vent that is on just the other side of the wall in our bedroom, so that there's also a vent going into the closet, which down here with the humidity is huge, and that closet gets really like sticky and muggy. So I'm hoping that makes a huge difference as well.
My lifelong mission, releasing inhibitions. I don't need you to come crawling back to me to tell me that you're sorry. I'm better now, I'm happy. I don't need you, 'cause you've been blocking me and you've held me back from day one. Always kept me down so I couldn't fly on my own. Used to think that being single.
So I want to give a big thanks for everyone that sent pictures and messages and comments about my bedroom the other day. I know I asked just because I don't feel 100% about the way the bedding or bedroom is set up. Not set up, but decorated. I feel like we're still missing some stuff. So I am definitely keeping everything in mind. We're not doing it right away just because this is a real life channel. Like, we are not HGTV. So there are budgeting, there are life, all the things. But it is like on my list of to-do things. This is a car. Yes, it is embarrassing. But we have 3 kids. We have 2 dogs. And like I said, we have been remodeling. Plus, we live like 2 minutes from the beach. Literally, you cross a bridge and you're on the beach here. So sand, we have more sand in our yard than we do dirt. So just getting in and out of the car on a daily basis, we get sand everywhere. So that was definitely the two things that I was like working with the hardest in this car was, one, obviously the dog hair, and two, the sand, because the sand was insane. Very grateful for these all-weather mats because they definitely, as much as they helped in Wisconsin with salt in the winter, they have been great for sand in Florida because, yeah, there is sand everywhere in this car.
So many times before, and I know that we're not perfect, but I'm gonna miss all that we had. Yeah, I know that we're not perfect, but I need this night for the last time. Stay. No, you're gone in the morning, but I'll be okay if you stay. No, you're gone in the morning, but I'll.
So when it comes to dog hair, there are definitely two things I highly recommend. If you guys have never checked out the Lily brush, you can get them on Amazon. That works really well. But then these hair rake scrapers, and I cannot remember what they're called. They're in my Amazon store. I really like these for my car because they really, really pull it out. And my Siberian Husky's hair is like needly, so it burrows its way in and can be very, very difficult to get out. And I feel like the Lily brush and this thing always works really, really well. So if you have dogs and you have an issue with hair, especially in the car, these are two things that make a big difference. Because you're going to notice there's like times that I go over it with just the vacuum and it doesn't touch the hair like at all. But then I go over with this rake and it does so much better.
I'll be okay if you stay. No, you're gone in the morning, but I'll be okay if you stay. If you stay. If you stay. No, you're gone in the morning, but I'll be okay. Till the sun goes up, yeah, for a little moment. Just hold me close.
So I also did get asked the other day, like, what projects are left on our list, and there are definitely still a few, not obviously as many as when we first moved into this house. Obviously, with me now being pregnant with baby number 4, the nursery is one of the things on our list. I'm not quite sure when I'm going to start that. I guess, I don't know. I always feel weird about starting the nursery before the second trimester. But I usually try and get the nursery started around then because the idea of doing it in my third trimester is always like, doesn't sound enjoyable. So the nursery we have to still work on. The kids' bathroom, which the only reason I haven't started in there is I'm like, okay, do I just do a mini makeover on it and save up money and then do a little bit bigger one where I can get new counters and things like that? Or do I just save up the money? Part of me just wants to save. That way when we are able, we can just completely do it all at once. And then we still have to do the built-ins on either side of the fireplace. And then obviously we are currently working on our master closet. And that's just the current list. Like, I am sure as we go along, I'm going to find new stuff because like our master closet was never on our list before and it just happened. It went from organizing one day to, it'd really be nice to update this and make it more practical for our life because the closet isn't massive. Like, I've seen master closets way bigger, but it is bigger than any master closet Bobby and I have had, but it feels smaller because it's not laid out well. So that's kind of where that got brought up. But yeah, so The main ones are the nursery, the kids' bathroom, the built-ins, and then the closet you're going to end up seeing, hopefully, as long as everything goes to plan, next week. I say that because you never know. You never know with these projects how they're going to work out. The other thing Bobby and I are talking about, so my mom and I went and got her some quail eggs the other day. Her and Dad are going to start raising quail. And we have been talking for a while about getting chickens. Well, now that I've been researching quail, I really think we might get quail over chickens. One, you can have more of them. So for egg reasons and sustainability reasons, they're actually a lot easier to use and take care of. And they are so cute. So cute. So that might be another project coming up soon, is making a quail coop. I'm taking my time and I'm not rushing. I'm actually, like I said, my mom just got eggs. So I'm going to let her hatch and incubate and all the things, and see what her thoughts are after a little while before I completely decide. But they are really, really cute. Let me know if any of you guys have quail, because this is something I am seriously, seriously considering.
I'm so tired of these late night talks, saying things that we don't mean, that we regret in the morning. Yeah, I just wish we could open up.
All right, now on to all the baby questions I've been getting. Some people saw the announcement video that I'm pregnant, some people have not, and some people just have a million questions. So I'm going to try and answer all of them right now, at least as many as I can remember. One, are we finding out the gender? The plan is no. The plan is that we're not, but yeah, obviously you never know. Things may change, but we figured out the gender with all of the other kids, and Bobby and I really don't care what we're having. Like, we would be so thrilled no matter what, that we thought it'd be fun this time around not to find out the gender. The other question is, was the fourth one planned? Because often when you have a fourth baby, people think you're crazy for having another. And yes, this one was planned. We'd have actually been trying for, this would have been our 5th or 6th month of trying. We knew we were just waiting until more of the house projects were done to really start on this whole journey. But yes, we were trying, and we are super excited for baby number 4. I love all the questions you guys, not questions, but names you guys were putting in there. A lot of names that I haven't thought of, which I'm like, oh shoot, now I may fall in love with a different name. But we obviously have a lot of time to figure out names before we have to worry about anything whatsoever. What was the other questions I got? Will we have more after this one? The plan is no. With Xander, he was a VBAC, but with Bjorn, Freya, and this one will all have been C-sections, and usually they only recommend 3 C-sections at most. Obviously, I know people have had a lot more, but we probably will not have another one after this one, just because this would be my 3rd C-section, and it's just playing it safe in the long run. Plus, Bobby keeps teasing me and telling me that I'm having twins, because with the kids, I never dealt with nausea, and with this one, I've been dealing with nausea and just other things, and we have not seen the doctor yet or had a scan yet. It's still early, but he keeps teasing me and saying we're having twins. I'm like, well, if we're having twins, we're 100% done, because we were planning one more. And not 2 more, and especially not 2 more at one time. But either way, we will be thrilled no matter what happens. And twins are always a possibility. They do run on my side of the family. Not only is my grandma on my mom's side a twin, but my grandfather on my dad's side is a twin, and there's more twins throughout the family. But I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, share it with a friend, leave a comment down below. If you're new, subscribe. Those are all things that really help out my channel, and I greatly appreciate each and every one of you that do that every single week. But I will see you next time. Bye.